Ange Postecoglou has won Leicester City a trophy. Something he couldn't do at one of their kind of rivals, Nottingham Forest. Jamie Vardy's helped to sign a striker. We've got a few games left to get this now Premier League Leicester into the Champions League. Do you think we can do it today? As yes, people, 8th above Man United with a game in hand. This is crunch time for Leicester. We want to be in that 4th position. 8 points off can be reduced to 3 points, or sorry, 5 points if we win a game. Our goal difference isn't too great, -2, and Spurs is 25. But like I said, I would have snatched your hand off for a trophy, and we won against Sunderland. Ange did what he has to do. We've got 80 rated all around the squad now, with 18 goals from Divin Mobama up to an 82 overall. Pau Sands has actually improved as of late, and Adobe Sternberg. We're going to have a chat with him, say why did you actually feel a bit underconfident? After publicly backing the team, I didn't like how you actually backed out of the game. He says, boss, I think the unwanted pressure wasn't good for the manager. And that's why we went 1-0 down. I don't really want to be a player at a club that does that kind of thing. And he is an unhappy player on the bench with a few minus stats. Due to how he's feeling, we've got Evans in the team ahead of him, Burnett still playing, the left-footed centre-back who's been a little bit shoddy, 5-star, 5-star, and we need to get him a bit more confident, so we're going to put him on that ball-playing centre-back role. Continuing to trust him is Big Ange, as we've got to be winning games like this. We've got Bournemouth. I think the calendar I didn't show you guys, but it's actually not too harsh towards Leicester. Win that game in hand, I think 5 points over Tottenham, if Tottenham's got hard games, could be doable, surpassable. Here goes Simone Buffon. We've got to watch out for the likes of Milan and Juventus when this man's on form. Celebrating towards the Leicester fans, a run through the middle for our mini pocket-sized number 8. When we get an early goal, it's always him. Amadou Onana playing for Bournemouth. Cody Gakpo on one wing. Can't hit it as well as Buffon on a finesse. He is the king of them. And Evans, he's starting games. He's not messing up passes. And you know what? The Leicester youngster could have a really good career here if he just ups that overall just slightly. Collins and Burnett could be really good at the back for future seasons. Diawara's had a really good season. That was a mistake, but Burnett with an unbelievable tackle. 1-0 to the good in this first game against the Cherries on the coast. And this all without a main man in the middle. There goes Joe Bellingham into Pau Sands. Pau cuts inside. Diawara, I don't know who that was, Mobama, failing to turn in the middle, but Leandro Santos gets the ball back. He needs to dribble a little bit, just lay it off into the middle. We don't pass backwards under Ange. Sometimes it does cost us. Going forward, but Joe Bellingham gets the ball back. He's on form a little bit more. He got pushed out of the team for Mason Mount, but here goes Evans, drilling it across. Simeone Profundi. There's only one goal in this game. That's a brilliant ball straight onto Domina. To be fair, we've pushed all this second half. We're still winning this fixture as it stands. Toth with a header away. This is where they could break. They've got Ryan still there. And Asnu has been unbelievable so far this season for one of the lowest rated players in the team. Adobe, however, terrible passing move. Really not rating this man. We've had as little disagreement with him. And players like Braybrook haven't caused an argument. And he's not playing as consistently as last year. The bench I do want to take a moment for. We've got Alves, who's the backup cam alongside Mason Mount. In the reserves, no one really getting looked at here. Just the league table, as we've got Manchester City, Sunderland, Everton today. An ex-club that we did manage, and I kind of want to get into that second half of the season, or second half of this episode where we just played the games in May, to see if Leicester can get in the Champions League. There's already edits being made of us in it. And Ange didn't get the chance to manage there with Tottenham, however, still Everton links. And we have just beaten Everton 2-0. We beat Manchester City, or we lost to them. Sunderland, the result I'm looking at. I think we just beat Fulham as well. So 3 games left. 3 points off Chelsea with a worse goal difference. And Asnu picks up an injury, potentially ending his season. This is the manager's favoured formation, so there's going to have to be some cover. Or even the captain, Chowdhury, the club captain that is, who is going to go into that right back slot and get us the win. I pray. We're at home for, I think, 2 of these games, so we've got to make sure we win as home ones at least. We could do with 9 points out of 9. Pau Sands with a whipped-in ball. Wheeler with the handball. 2 minutes into this fixture. Buffon, a brilliant cross towards Diawara. I'm seeing tired faces, tired bodies. Ismail Assar. Collins has to catch up. We need to try and get a foot in here. It's across the box Least Collins has a tired bit out of the tank. Oh, sorry, has got over his tiredness. That'd be an easier way of saying it. Justin Devaney. He's underutilised by Crystal Palace. That's a ball towards Burnett. We've got two players with throws in the back line. As we've got to throw everything at this game. Pardon the pun. There's Diawara, attacking playmaker under Ange. Postecoglou should have scored. With experience, get your head on it. Burnett, we're keeping the pressure on. Half an hour. If we drop points to Crystal Palace, it wouldn't be good. That's a pass towards Simeone Pafundi. He loves to go for them. So close. Diawara out on the wing into Adobe Sternberg. Pafundi's got another chance here. He slowed it down to get it right. It's a handball. And I thought Job was just going to run through on net. But a penalty given. Mubama went left last time. He goes right this time. Divin Mubama, the Leicester City hero in the league. Fine goalers. Into the second half. I'd like a bit more dominance than the Bournemouth game. I felt like I was hanging on in large periods with Diawara cutting away. That's a ball out to Adobe Sternberg. He waits for the overlap of Hamza. Tired because he's not used to being in the squad. And I thought Ange was a bit more attacking than this. It seems like his tactics are slowly fading. The substitution's not made, however, because the ball's not going out of play. We're keeping it in. Ball into Divin. Divin hit that low. He's off the field now. And a 1-0. Not really Ange-styled, but that should have been 2-0. We should really honestly be getting the win in this game, which we do, and that leads to more speculation about the manager. With Arthur back, very insecure at his job at Liverpool, just above us, and I know the name said Jamie Vardy, don't worry about it, 1 point off Chelsea. However, I have to speak to Big Ange. I'm saying, are you considering this move? You're the favourite for the Liverpool job, and people say your style of play is similar to Jurgen's. Well, I do like my heavy metal, and I love the place on Merseyside. I can't lie to you, I'm heavily considering the job. I want a big club again. And I'm going to say Leicester City is a big club. Are you really not that committed? I'm going to say at least get us over the line. At least complete a full season with us. We've got Burnley next, and if he ain't beating Burnley after in real life they have just suffered relegation, might be questions asked, even if he does leave. Of the Leicester fans, yes, he's won a trophy, but we were so close to Champions League football for ages, and Ange is used to winning trophies, so it's nothing really special. I know that's mad to say. Adedeji whipping it towards Delange. And a corner. Don't lose to Burnley when we're chasing Champions League. That's a brilliant header. I think we should be in Europe anyway with that Carabao Cup win. And catching Burnley on a counter isn't common, but Divin Mubama. I mean, Vardy did recommend demeanour. Not really seen him do much in game so far. But there he is, laying the ball out to Adedeji. Tries to whip it back into him. It goes past him. And Pau Sands didn't really look like he meant that. Still, it's 1-0 in this second half. And he's really had a good second half to the season here. It's not like Big Ange to churn results, but that just seems like what's exactly happening. With 1-0s all over the board, Bobby Burnett actually improving with confidence. Adedeji getting there a little bit, but the manager is, well, not undecided now. And this is how running a football club, I guess, has to be. No one's ever fully happy. Bobby Burnett with a terrible tackle. Broja, don't let him end our hopes of Champions League football. Chachua into Koleosho. Burnley just passing it around. And that's a good pass into Armando Broja. Zian Fleming beat the team from Turf Moor on their own turf. And hopefully put us in Champions League turf. What is this? It looks like Liverpool have offered Ange the job and he must have accepted it. Pretty reliable source, you must say. I mean, what is going on? I know Liverpool are technically a bigger club in stature, but we're both chasing Champions League football off of Chelsea. It's a weird feeling as Chelsea play Tottenham. Liverpool play Southampton, maybe it favours Champions League through that way. And we've got Forest, like I say, one of the teams he used to coach and is a bit of a rivalry. And I suppose he'll still be on the sidelines, but yeah, controversy around his name as manager is Mubama. 19 goals. Hopefully if he goes to Liverpool, he doesn't take him with him. Same as Pafundi, same as Sands, same as Adedeji. Got some making up to do with him. He's gone up +4. He's been very underrated, actually. Mason Mount's gone up by 1. but he hasn't got the 5 goals and 5 assists he promised last year. Joe Bellingham's trying to hit potential, and Brentford, we only just squeezed past a championship team, winning the Emirates FA Cup. However, yes, we beat them in the semi-finals to win the Carabao ourselves. We want to be facing Champions League teams with Barcelona and Bayern in the final, not settling for Europa League, which we potentially could be in after this game, or even the Conference League, but Aston Villa in the final, it shows it's winnable. And I think your 5 potential players of the years has to be Mobama, Sands, Pafundi, and I think Diawara's been near perfect. I'm hoping we're already in Europe. 60 points. It's a goddamn good tally for Leicester. In the second season as well of Premier League football, Tiemann keeps us in the game immediately though, and Jacunya. I think when you've got the 6'6" or 6'7" centre-back going short, you've made a little bit of a mistake. Pafundi through the middle onto Mobama. Mobama looking for Adedeji. We're trying to get quick moves together. And these will be dying to beat us on their hands and knees, because this is more than just a normal rivalry game to knock a team out of Europe. It's Forest versus Leicester. Hamza Chowdhury, a brilliant ball. Diawara is on for Player of the Year. That could win him it. But Unai Simon forcing another save by the goalkeeper, and Cali Mwendo on the break. No penalties given away, please, Collins. He could have been up for Player of the Season, but we've only got 4. Need to keep going across right here. Job, he finds the ball into Adedeji Sternberg. Whipped in. Sanova, I think that's a handball, and it is. It's just a shooting free kick. We're desperate for a goal. Simone Pafundi tries to sneak it in, allowing Carmo on the ball. This game could be over, and we could be crashing into the Europa League or Conference. I don't know what a draw would do to us. Gibbs-White turns Collins. Gibbs-White, a brilliant player for them. It's a chip over the top towards Oscar Piotrowski. We're getting the blocks in there. And Collins, what's this for? Oh, it's for the tackle earlier on. I thought they'd been given a penalty. It was a free kick to us, and I don't like how Nottingham Forest are on top, approaching the last few minutes. Bakwa. Come on, Hamza Chowdhury. I know you're out of position, but do it for this club. Despite relegation in real life. And that's a brilliant ball through. Adedeji has to hit it long. I didn't trust Mobama in the middle. It is Pau Sands! And you can't blame them for celebrating the blocking one of the rival clubs from getting in the Champions League. Unless Pafundi puts it onto the edge. It's Joe Bellingham. Surely a foul on the edge of the box. We've been aggressive here. Yes, we've got ourselves into Europe with a Carabao Cup win. But come on. We've not been at the races in the most vital game of them all. Unless late on here, Simeone Pafundi, they're going to be hating themselves if they don't block this. It's past Mobama. Pau Santos missed it. And that, mind, it's going to be us out of the Champions League as well. This kick's gone. It was a big ask, but if we would have won the game, there would have been a chance. We won't be in the top division of European football. And that is gutting. We don't even know if we're going to have as manager next season. It looks likely he will leave. So yes, we got a trophy this season.